Hello. Kill the Bottle Podcast. Eddie's Mora, a.k.a. the Yum Yum Foodie. Megan Elizabeth is busy pouring herself a glass of something right now. Oh, no, she's back. Hey, Megan.
Tequila.
It is called Kill the Bottle Podcast. We're actually recording in a different space. I call this Megan's Dungeon.
I'm not in a pissy mood. I'm like usually in a really pissy mood.
Yeah, it's really, guys, play the lottery when you're listening to this. Megan is not in a pissy mood for once, but so it is called Kill the Bottle Podcast. We are literally going to kill bottles because I was like, what do I have at the house that is almost empty? And I was like, you know what? This is the show. We're going to do the half empty show. And since Megan is half empty inside, I brought her a bottle of the whitest tequila ever. It is Casamigos, the smallest amount of shit tequila on the planet, and I just wanted really to get Megan sugared up on additive tequila.
I like this. You can move these without it making any noise.
She's referring to the microphones, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. It might sound worse. We're testing out different microphones because it may be easier for you to travel down here sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't have to haul a huge box of shit.
Yes,
with you.
And the box of shit she's referring to is not a literal box of turds. It is a box of all the gear. And I am drinking what is left of a bottle. I say what is left. There's like a drink and a half left in this, and I was like, it's perfect for tonight's episode. Santa Teresa 1796 Solera rum from Venezuela, guys. I fucking love rum, so I'm gonna drink some, and I'm literally just drinking it out of acrylic coupe glasses with rocks. You know what I mean? With some ice cubes.
Get our shit together someday.
We will. Whatever. Speak for yourself. It's also, I think Megan's in a good mood because I'm taking her to Meteora after this. And
I didn't take my pills that make me not hungry today, so I'm hungry for it.
I didn't say we were eating at Meteora. Who the fuck do you think I am, Daddy Warbucks?
That's all they have.
Who do you think I am?
Is food.
What is this shit? All right, fine. I'll let you eat some chips.
Well, if they're chips they're going to be really good fucking chips. Made of gold.
Yeah, and thank you guys for tolerating our Fuck the Internet show from last week. So thank you for that.
I chopped it. I hope you know.
Oh, you did?
I did go through and chop as many long pauses as I could. So if there are long pauses in there,
it's Eddie
there was
cursing
a lot of them
at the microphone because the internet signal in the pecking room where we normally record was just miserable. So
and then I broke my phone right after that, and
fuck you Spectrum, fuck Megan's
Verizon.
phone.
And now Apple's probably gonna fuck me too. I shouldn't say that. They replaced my AirPods.
Tim Apple is gonna fuck you. Tim Apple.
Is that Tim Apple?
No, that's what Trump called him because he couldn't remember his last name. He called him Tim Apple. You remember that at a fucking meeting? I'm here with Tim Apple.
Good old Tim.
Good old Tim Apple.
Related to the late Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking A. Oh man, I'm like all the pictures started coming in. So today is the day after. So you just get a gist of when we're recording. This is the day after Hurricane Milton went through Tampa.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
And my brother's home in Central Florida is okay. The few friends that I have that are in Central Florida are all okay, thank God. But it's like 1 degree of separation. They all know somebody who got jacked up, or
Isn't there a guy on a boat that's still out on the boat?
Oh, I don't know.
Even though the mayor was like, we pulled the guy from the boat. And then the news crew came in and saw his hand peek out, and they're like, no, you didn't.
Oh,
he's still in the boat.
That guy's the epitome of Florida man. He's like, I'm going to save this boat. Not me.
He's like, when the tide comes in,
this boat.
He said, when the tide comes in, my boat goes up. I don't know what you're so worried about. And that's what he said on the news.
Wow.
And I don't know if we'll ever see or hear from him again. I hope that was the same. I don't hope it was the same hurricane, but I hope I'm not late to that party.
Well, there's been so many lately. So it's just a matter
Florida.
of. I know, man. That's it is.
Taylor Swift has a song. Florida. Have you heard it?
No.
It's with Florence from Florence and the Machine.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. It's
two
on her.
tall white chicks.
Yeah.
Like 2 super tall white chicks.
And it's called Florida.
They should start a band called 2 Tall White Chicks.
So tall. And I'm kind of sick of... Listen, I'm not sick of Taylor Swift. I don't want anyone coming after me. I like Taylor Swift. I like her songs very much.
I got no beef with Taylor Swift.
But what I did not like at the most recent game... Why get all... Did you see her heels and the whole get up?
No.
And she had glitter freckles, and she had Lady Gaga shoes on. And you're going to a Chiefs game. Just be comfortable. Go have a good time and be comfortable. Like that, she looked uncomfortable walking in.
Is the white girl tequila making you have more of a white girl conversation where you have to talk about Taylor Swift? Because it does feel like girls on a boat listening to Taylor Swift will be drinking Casamigos or Don Julio 1942.
This? Oh, is this my other podcast?
This is what Happy Megan sounds like. I don't know if I like Happy Megan.
Taylor.
Megan, can I fuck up your credit? Can you just let me do something? Can I just order a bunch of stuff?
It's up 20 points. It went from bad to okay.
Bad to okay.
My bank told me it's at okay right now. It's like, congratulations, you went up 20 points. Your credit score is okay. Last time it was like, congratulations, your credit score went up 2 points. Your credit score is still poor. Why did you tell me?
So we need to have a game plan. People need to know this. We're going to Meteora today. If Chef Jordan Kahn is there. So sorry guys, if you don't know and you've heard us talk about Meteora, it just won its first Michelin star, and the sister restaurant Vespertine has got 2 Michelin stars that it just won. Chef is a guy named Jordan Kahn, and I found out through Gio, former guest on the show, that Jordan Kahn is one of mine. He's half Cuban, so we need to have an approach. We know you like Latin guys, so we got to find out if he's single. First of all, Megan,
he won't be.
He might be. And then secondly, should we try to figure out if he speaks Spanish? Because that'd be funny if I start yapping at him in Spanish and he just looks very confused.
No.
Why
would you do that?
No.
He's
going to be nice. We're coming to spend money.
Can we go back to Taylor?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm just joking.
Let's whiten it up. No. So tell me what happened, because
I'm kidding.
I know that the internet went awry because there was some, I don't know, it's probably bullshit because everything is such bullshit on the internet now. That contract that came out that was like, oh, they have a contract for their relationship.
Oh, I don't read that
I was like, that's a bunch of fuck.
I don't click on it. I don't have time for it.
Oh no, I didn't. It just popped up on Instagram. It wasn't even
on your Instagram. Instagram knows better than to pop that shit on mine.
You'd go gangster on it,
and then I'd be banned.
They know
for
how
something.
long you've been on hold. With Meta. They're like,
3 months. I'm on hold for 3 months with Meta. Thank you. I love when the Meta person calls me too, because they're like, we have strategy plans. You have a good amount of followers. Let us like work out a strategy plan. And I set up those appointments every time to get on the phone with her and say, I'd love to use your strategy plans, but I can't go live. And she's like, oh, I'm not on technical. I was like, sure.
I work for a third party that they just hired to fucking yap at you and try to see if you'll spend ad money and build your fucking...
And then I was like, I can't do ads because I've been banned. And she's like, I can't go I'm not on the tech side. I was like, okay, but then what are we doing on this call? I was going to tell you about ads. Oh, really? Well, I can't do ads. It just like goes in circles.
Oh, that's so great.
I do it intentionally now because it's like it's the only person I can get on the fucking phone.
That's the fucking... So, recently, guys, I don't even remember if I talked about it on the fucking show or not, where I had my washing machine, dryer, everything fucking broke in my house. And Megan and I were going to go to Halloween Horror Nights, but I just dished out almost $2,000 on these 2 appliances. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing Halloween Horror Nights this year. And I finally get the machine installed on Monday. I'm so excited. It's this beautiful fucking Samsung. It's white with like gold little knob on the thing and whatever. It looks fucking sharp. I'm like, all right, I'm running the first load of laundry. I'm like, yeah, get clean, motherfucker. Because I had 5-6 days worth of dirty clothes that I couldn't wash. So I'm like, all right, it's doing it. That rinse cycle hits in. That motherfucking machine started shaking so much that it dislodged.
No.
Oh, girl. It, for dryers, I don't know if every dryer does this, but most of the dryers, any dryer I've ever had to deal with has a vent, like a hose that will connect, a metal hose that will connect to like a vent through the ceiling. It dislodged and was like flopping around. And I'm just staring at it. And I was like, fuck.
Why?
I was like, thank God I got one load of laundry in, and no. And then tech support came in today, and they're like, no, it's balanced. No. So all we can do is if you run it again and it starts rattling and shaking again, call Best Buy and they'll replace the machine. I'm like, fuck me.
You don't want to do it. You just...
I want it to work.
I just want it to work. How about that?
To work.
Heaven forbid.
I spent $2,000.
You get a fucking phone or you get a washing machine that's supposed to wash it, and then it just washes shit.
I mean, or you could just get a Samsung Galaxy and the phone will always work, Megan. I hate to, be the bearer of obvious news.
My favorite's Verizon when they give you their Verizon box and they're like, all you got to do is plug it in. That's all you got to do, and then it works. And then I sat there and stared at it for 3 hours, and it never worked.
And guys, if you see this Verizon box, I think I talked about it when we recorded up in Megan's place. It I don't know what it looks like a fucking, I don't know.
A speaker and an alien all at the same time with antennas going every which way, and you have to push them certain ways in order to get better.
Yeah, it looks like if you ask ChatGPT to make you an image of R2-D2 and it can't because it's like licensed and it just gives you some fucking little box with arms sticking out of it. It really looks like a little robot.
I heard my favorite saying that I hear more than I think anyone else when I brought it back and they plugged it in at their store. The saying goes, I've never seen that happen before. I hear that more than anybody. I've never seen that happen before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Never seen that happen before.
Yeah, sure.
I hear that every fucking day of my life. And I'm like, so it's just me all the time.
Yeah, I think you are the female version of, and it has nothing to do with you being dirty, but I'm referring to Pigpen from Peanuts, where he has that little cloud that just like follows him around. I think that you have like this cloud of bad luck that just follows you around, and it's like I've never heard that before.
I've never seen that done before.
That's the name of the cloud.
I've never
the little
seen
cloud.
That before.
That's what it's called. Yeah, so funny. Speaking of AI, what are your thoughts on AI in the kitchen at like a restaurant?
What do you? How?
So okay. AI meaning Meteora. Chef comes in, he gives like his Mac Daddy baller recipes, and some robot can mimic his exact movements and make the exact same dish for him, and he can now have 4 restaurants that he's working at versus just one. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you feel about that?
Great.
Okay.
I'm pro AI right now because it's getting me through all of my college classes that I'm having to take. And I've tested it. I've tested the Chat GPT to the point of like, I slowly was just making it like I'd ask for the assignment and then write out the assignment and then I would switch it up, to make it sound more like me.
Of course.
And so I started slowly just using more of it.
It trained.
And then more of it to see if I would get like a lower grade or anyone warning me. And I keep getting 100%. And I just turned in an assignment 2 weeks ago that was 100% Chat GPT. I wrote nothing and I got 100% on it.
That's crazy.
So I'm done. I'm done. I could just type in, like, if I'm teaching students, you could just say, come up with a quick lesson plan. If I'm subbing for someone, come up with a quick lesson plan for 14-year-olds for 45 minutes that has to do with this. Go. And it'll do everything from the warm-up to the lesson to the notes. And you're like, this is amazing.
I've been using it of late. So, for example, I'm shopping for something, right? And instead of Googling the product I'm looking for, I will go into ChatGPT and say, find me in Los Angeles the best price for this product right now.
Yeah.
And it'll go to every store and then it'll find the best price for me. And then I'll just, I'll double check it and make sure that there's nothing else lower in the shopping. And then I'm like, great, you've saved me so much trouble.
And time.
Or what's the best reviewed mattress on Consumer Reports in the last 30 years? Blah, blah, because I bought a mattress recently. Blah, 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 blah. And it'll do that for me. So
it works better than Google Translate too.
100%.
By the way, when you translate it into different languages, like if you say translate this into Spanish, Google Translate will fuck up a bunch of stuff and make it like not what you want it. And ChatGPT does a better job of it.
Well,
translating.
I went to Kudoal last night, Bad Birdie's brick and mortar bar restaurant. Bad Birdie, who was a guest on the show, and I'm talking with one of the servers. And he's prepping. So it was like right at the beginning of the day. There was nobody at the bar. I was the first person in. And he's like juicing a couple different things and just getting the bar prepped, right? And I'm like, so what are you juicing? And he's like, and he says it in Spanish. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? And he's like, oh, beet juice. And I'm like, oh, beets, remolacha. And he's like, no, beet is this. And I was like, and he's of Mexican descent. I'm obviously Cuban descent. And I was like, oh, ChatGPT, let me, tell me what Spanish-speaking countries refer to beets as. And it gave me a list of 15 different Spanish-speaking countries and what they refer to beets as. And it was fascinating because any country that was Caribbean and Spain referred to it the same way I do. And then any country, so it was like all of Central America and South America, pronounced it and used the word that that the server used from Kudoal. I was like, this is so fascinating. So any country that has like some indigenous population speaks a different, says it a different way than the country that is connected to Spain and without indigenous population. I thought that was so fucking fascinating. So you can really take a deep dive.
And I think that I would like a chef version of it, just like Waymo, just like the Waymo cars. A chef that can cook what the chef is cooking at different places, and a Waymo can drive you just like better than a human can drive you.
It does help consistency.
Better? What if he's better than the chef?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to constantly be improving.
What if you type in "make this recipe better"?
You could. Why not?
Then they do, and then you're out of a job, chef.
You know what? So David, our videographer, he was getting a little stuck as far as like ideas for content. He's building out this great YouTube channel. So guys, DL Visuals, if you're into photography and you're just trying to get like reviews on lenses and kind of figure out where you want to go based on what your needs are in the photo world, he has a really great channel on YouTube. But anyway, he was like, I'm working on my YouTube channel and I'm getting stuck on different content to shoot. And I go, dude, go to ChatGPT right now and write me a 52-week plan for content ideas for my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is based on XYZ and da-da-da-da-da. And it wrote him a 52-week plan. Mm-hmm. He didn't use all of it, but it was like, it kind of gets pen to paper, so to speak.
It does.
It initiates that. It's not going to make it perfectly, but it kind of gets the conversation going.
I hosted a roast the other day. And I typed in a few facts about the people I was roasting, and like I said, give me roast jokes. And obviously I can't use them because they're dumb and they don't know those people.
No, yeah.
But it definitely gave a starting point to build a joke. Like if I'm completely like, what the fuck do I write about?
Yeah.
Then it gave a point like, this person's so nice jokes. And then I could add my flair to it. So I don't know. I'm embracing it.
Well, I think it's a great.
I think I should get my PhD now. Because before people catch on to it is what I'm saying.
Smart. I think it's a good idea.
I think I should just fucking go for it, get my PhD while the ChatGPT is starting. And,
before we're completely fucked.
Yeah, before someone really catches on and they're able to track that we're writing.
I think if you don't align in some way, shape, or form with what's going on in the world of AI, you're literally going to be left in the dust. That doesn't mean that I don't think AI is taking my job. I think AI is making me better at my job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And more efficient at my job.
You have to be good, though. You have to be good at your job in order to use it successfully to be better. So if you're bad at a job and you use ChatGPT, you're always just going to be lower than the people that are good at the job and use ChatGPT. That's just how it's going to be. That's how it should be, at least.
100%.
Dear God.
No, but
I don't want some dumbass.
And I mean, I know that there's several different AIs, and in fact, I have an idea for us to do. Is I want to for you and I to get together. We're gonna find, this will be before next season, guys. So you and I will find a music AI, and we're gonna have it write a new theme song for the show, and we'll have AI create a new Kill the Bottle theme song that we'll feature it beginning of next season. It'll be the first. And it'll be fucking crazy. And you and I will just get bonkers and maybe get like 6 of them. And we'll mix and match them into the episodes and surprise people with a new show theme. I think that's kind of fun.
We started on a show theme to build on, musically wise. Because I always just get stuck on initially doing it.
Yeah, but
if it starts something,
if it starts us, I think it'll be super funny. And then, I mean, I'd love to hear our audience's comments on the ridiculous, like, write me a Kill the Bottle podcast theme song based on country music and shitting your pants.
No.
And
I don't
then
want that one.
Huh?
That one sounds gross.
Yeah, but it's going to be funny.
I don't want that one. I'm putting my foot down.
Yeah? Does it?
Itching it. I have 10 bug bites right now and I'm dying.
How did you get 10 bug bites?
Work.
Oh. Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm just gonna go to work and get bug bites.
Yeah,
how are you?
They have a nice mosquito infestation because where I work is right next to what we call a river here. That is the LA River, which is not a river.
No, it's not a river.
But there's enough water and still water and gross trash for it to be fucking mosquito infested.
Yeah. So guys, we're here in Megan's dungeon, which is actually like a studio.
Because this side is the weird side.
I saw some fucking weirdos just walk by right now, but I'll tell you what the weirdos were. They weren't that weird. But right now I'm facing the window. So Megan and I look like we're in like a fishbowl or like a petting zoo where people can walk by and see what the fuck we're doing. They can't hear us.
It feels like we are out in the world a little bit.
This very attractive girl walks by with her like, I think he's like the gym photographer boyfriend that just like follows her around and video.
With the camera.
So, and for sure he had like a bag of gear as he walked by towards the elevator. I'm like, They're going to go shoot some OnlyFans
They
content
are.
right now.
They are.
Literally, somebody is shooting some OnlyFans content.
They absolutely are.
You know, right above, I don't know how many floors, but right above us. This guy's got all his hurricane toilet paper right there. This is great. I mean, we could do a whole show just about the weirdos that are walking
Besides the weird side, so we have a girl here who's like, there's something wrong with her, but her mom pays for her to live here. She doesn't have a job, and all she does is wander around here. She's very pretty. She's very young, but she asks really weird questions because I think she has some sort of autism or some brain damage or something, and it makes people uncomfortable. Like, she comes up and asks you, like, do you like Jesus? Like, weird stuff like that. And not only that, she doesn't stay in her building or her place. She'll go sit in my building across the street on the lobby couch all day and like listen to loud stuff on her phone. So much so that if you go to my lobby right now, guess what's not there?
Your couch.
The couch.
I saw it on Instagram.
They took the couch because even the office is like, fuck off. Fuck off.
And you're excited about living in Hollywood because?
I don't know. It was
I remember
not
Megan was so. By the
Koreatown.
way, let me
It's better
preface
than
this.
Koreatown.
Let me preface this by saying Megan's apartment's very cute. So it's a nice apartment. Like that being said, I was driving here today and a block away from Megan's house, I'm turning a corner and some dude's like fucking yelling at me randomly on a sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And if somebody's gonna yell at me on a sidewalk, I want it to be Megan. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
you know, I want it to be comfort yelling. Yeah. Yeah. So
No.
tell me about the person. So Megan was so kind. She was trying to save me a parking spot in front of her building, but somebody else parked there.
I thought it was you
in the
at
same
first
car
because
as
it says
me.
a Tesla. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was going to wave and I was like, never mind. And I was trying to save that spot for you and she tried to take it. And she did take it, but really poorly.
Yeah.
How do you do that in the Tesla? It's
I don't know.
parallel parking. Welcome to LA.
It's so fucking. By the way.
Welcome to LA.
Oh my God! Recent events have just like every time I look at my car, I'm like, "Fuck me! How did I support that fuckhead?"
Oh yeah.
I'm done with Tesla after this.
You are?
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
go Jaguar? Or
No,
we should all just get Waymos.
No, I'm in love with the. It's not out yet, so bear with me. I drove the much more expensive one, which I can't afford, but I drove the Mac Daddy Rivian. So the electric truck, I drove the pickup truck, and then I drove the SUV. And they were both badass. They're just very, very expensive. But Rivian announced a few months ago they're coming out with a mid-range one, price point wise, which falls along the lines of what my Model Y costs. And I'm like, okay, next time around the block, I am getting rid of my fucking Tesla, and I'm gonna drive a Rivian.
Okay.
I just like I don't know. Yeah.
I want my Prius
dickhead.
forever. I'm fine with it.
Your Prius is amazing.
I love it.
I said your Prius.
My
your
penis
Prius
is amazing.
Your penis is amazing. How do you like the new Prius? I don't know why we're talking about cars, but the new Prius is fucking beautiful.
I haven't seen it.
You probably didn't even know it was a Prius because it's so nice looking.
And I don't look at them in envy anymore because I don't want any other cars. I just want this one, and I want it to last, and I just want to be happy in it.
Well, if you want to see how Megan takes care of her car, go through our Instagram, and there's a video on there from when Megan and I were at this art festival, and I got into her car after the festival, and she could have easily had a dead body in there. There was it, yeah. You know
I'm
those,
busy.
Yeah, okay. You know those places
I
in
don't
the
have
middle
time
of
to
the
eat.
ocean with all those plastic bottles and shit where you don't even see the water? That was the back of Megan's car.
It's clean now.
Oh, I don't believe it.
I clean one thing a week. I try to. Okay, it's in my pile. So I do my kitchen, and then I do my living room, and then I do my bathroom, and then I do my bedroom area. It's all really one room, but
It is one. I'm like, Megan, your place is a studio
But then
apartment.
I can really like take my time and scrub it down and
Okay.
make that part and organize it every time. And then I get to my car, and then I start over again. That's just how I do my thing. So I hate cleaning everything at the same time. It's
Remind
too
me,
much.
do you have any tile on your floor, or is it all carpet?
Oh no,
Except the kitchen,
it's
right?
like the fake woody sort of.
Oh, so it's the floor is fake wood. I don't know. So
I
it's not
think so,
carpet.
yeah, not carpet. No.
Ooh, I may have a present for you.
What's that? Is it a
So
slipper?
guys, if you don't
Slipper
know,
sweeper?
if you don't see it in my fucking Instagram, I'm one of the hosts for Amazon, and this week was like Prime Big Deal days. So I was hosting on Amazon, like promoting different products and stuff. And one of the I don't keep all of the products. I don't want all of the stuff, to be completely honest. It's just too much shit. Not that shit in a bad way. It's just too much stuff. I don't have space for all this stuff. But every once in a while, they'll send me like the list of products I'm going to promote, and I'll be like, I like this, I don't like this, I don't want to do this. Anyway, they also within that list, they'll be like, well, certain products. Some of the products they send you are like cleaning products, and they're like, we don't want these back. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. I got to keep the Shark like steamer vac.
Oh,
That shit's badass. Except if you have the synthetic wood at your apartment, it's fine. My house has like the big wood panels that are real wood.
Yeah.
The steam eventually could fuck those up.
Oh.
So I can't use it.
Ooh.
And it's like $80. So I have a gift for you.
What?
Yeah. So it'll make your cleaning easier.
I just love cleaning.
Yeah.
It's just what I love to do.
Listen, steam gets rid of all the Megan germs.
Listen, I haven't done my laundry. Still.
Oh, that's right. Oh, please
That's how long this has taken me to get to it, and everyone's been using the one laundry room that's working here. So,
by the way, you did the greatest thing ever. So Megan was drinking. She is drinking. Casamigos. I hate guys. Don't waste your money on Casamigos. Sorry, and I know there's potential sponsorship. I don't care. It's just not good.
Or they can
tequila.
come on and stand their ground.
They can stand their ground. Yeah, George Clooney, come in here. Come in here and stand your fucking ground.
Defend your product to us.
Yeah, your wife's a lawyer. Bring her in here and have
I don't want her to come in.
She'll kick our ass. She'll kick our ass. I do. She's incredible, by the way. But anyway, Megan poured Fanta into her fucking Fanta.
It looked good at the time, and it's been in there for a week. So.
Fanta. What pushed you to put Fanta in a?
I have a tequila that you got me at my place right now that I needed a mixer with. Like I didn't want to drink it straight, and I don't know why I didn't just get like a Sprite or something at the store. I saw the orange, and I just thought, I haven't had a Fanta for a while. Fanta's really, really sweet. I didn't realize how sweet it was.
Well,
it's not like Sprite's not as sweet as this.
I had a mezcal moment. I went to there's a great iconic. I say iconic because it's like over 100 years old. This building, and I took you to it actually. The Raymond. I went to the Raymond in Pasadena for dinner a couple nights ago, and they had just flipped their cocktail menu. So I have a brand new cocktail menu, and I had this fucking delicious prosciutto infused mezcal cocktail. And then the garnish was a skewer, toothpick with prosciutto, a cheese that I don't remember what cheese it was now, but it was like a nice, like almost like a Gouda kind of a cheese, and then a fresh fig. And it was fucking delicious.
Wow.
Anyway, so I come back home. I'm watching I'm watching Howard Stern interview Kamala Harris, which he interviewed her on Tuesday. It was an amazing interview. If you guys are whatever, not to get political, but if you want to hear like a really good interview with one of the candidates, it's a great interview. Anyway, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sip on some mezcal. So I'm like, all right. So I pour myself. I have a really nice Amaras mezcal. I love that stuff. Delicious juice or whatever. It's something you drink neat. It's not something I would put in a cocktail. It's expensive. And then finally, my point is, I used to be a spokesperson for a short amount of time for Cincoro Tequila, which is owned by like Michael Jordan, the owner of the Celtics, the owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Anyway, and I was like, I forgot. I still have like an eighth of a bottle of their Extra Añejo, which is pricey. It's like $180. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to revisit this and just see. Girl, I poured myself like an ounce of it, and it tasted like fucking syrup. Yeah. I was like, I cannot believe that I used to like this tequila because I didn't know any better. And I was like, there's got to be a ton of sugar and shit just added to this. The bottle is beautiful. I understand the appeal of it the same way Casamigos, if you make something taste like that much vanilla and people are going to be like, oh, this is great, but you're just doctoring it up. It's a cocktail that's not even supposed to be a cocktail because it's in a bottle that just says tequila. But that's how I felt about it. And it's kind of weird how your palate changes. So, when you're saying like a tequila you want to mix her with, or isn't that funny how maybe something you would have done a shot of before, now you're like, I think it needs a mixer, or vice versa.
I could do a shot, but...
You could, but...
I think we're going to a nice place after this.
Oh, you think?
I don't
you said you love Meteora.
No.
Meteora, I hope it's still on the menu because they have this rum cocktail that has, it's like, guys, I think it's such a cool cocktail. So again, I mentioned Meteora, great restaurant, right? Meteora has this fucking cocktail, or at least when I went in July, it's a rum-based cocktail. It's almost like a rum old-fashioned, right? It has black pepper in it. So like ground black pepper in it. So it has a little bit of a spice going, right? Then they put a banana leaf over the top and torch a hole in the banana leaf, like 2 holes if I'm not mistaken, one where your nose would be and one where your mouth would be to sip on it. Okay, so basically while you're taking a sip, some of the I guess the torched banana leaf is seeping up into your nose, and then while you're sipping, and it's this fucking mind fuck of a flavor
That's
fuck.
what they do.
So good.
There, it's mind fucks.
Yeah, yeah. Food mind fucks.
You look at it and you don't think it's going to taste the way it tastes, and that's kind of what they're doing there.
Those potatoes, those like little fucking potatoes.
I didn't have that.
Oh my god, they were so
Whatever
good.
I had.
They're like little charcoal briquette looking potatoes.
I love, that's the thing. So they burn things there, so you think like, oh, it's going to taste like burnt shit, and it's the way they burn it and the way they do it and the way they grill it is only like the best. It's the best flavor, smokiness. I don't know how they do it. I'd like to go see that grill. I hope maybe they'll take us to see what that looks like.
I'm super stoked to be able to hang out with Megan tonight, guys. It's like.
Oh, but I wanted to tell you about my cocktail that I had.
Oh, tell me, please.
I went to Gwen just to have a cocktail.
Yeah.
And because I saw it and I was like, I'm really craving it. It's the duck fat dirty martini.
Oh, yummy.
And you can taste the duck fat. I mean, it's a little bit of acquired because you have to get used to the idea like this is a dirty martini.
Yeah.
And it does taste like duck fat. But then that's what it's supposed. It's just like it is really refreshing and really good. And there's something about that. And the girl next to me, she sat down with her boyfriend, like, and 30 minutes into me drinking and having an appetizer, and she was like, "Ew, duck fat martini, gross." And I was like,
Was she drinking Casamigos? Fucking
she
asshole.
got some fruity tooty fucking bullshit cocktail, and I'm like, oh. And I'm having it. The olives are perfect. It was stuffed with some meat in the olives. I wish I knew what meat, but like maybe like some ham, capicola, whatever was stuffed in the olives, and they have duck fat, and you could see it kind of on there. It was great.
Speaking of martini, there is a bar restaurant. It's a restaurant with a really good bar.
Speaking of martini, try a Fanta Casamigos. A Fantamigos is what I like to call it. Fantamigos. Continue. Sorry.
That's disgusting. In Highland Park, here in LA, there's a place called Highly Likely, and the person who helped design the cocktail program is a friend of mine named Elle. And anyway, I went to go check out their drinks, and I've gone back a handful of times. And they have a martini on the menu that is it's an anchovy martini.
Yeah. Oh, see, those are the things that you look at.
So
like,
delicious.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, then you do it.
Oh my goodness, Megan, it is so good. I take people there to try it.
Do you like anchovies though?
I do like anchovies.
What if you don't?
You know what it is? It doesn't taste like salty like the anchovy, but it's a little bit of the brine. It's like a briny martini.
Part of the anchovy.
It doesn't taste too fishy, but I get it. I'd still, I don't know, because I don't interpret it that flavor that way because I like anchovies. Mm-hmm. But also the trip I took to Spain where I got to try like the best anchovies in the world will change your perspective, I guess, on anchovies.
I like them chopped up and very, very tiny. You can't even tell pieces.
So this is like and I gotta ask her how she makes it. I just gotta bluntly
really want to try it
ask her how she makes it, but. For folks who are wondering, when she's mentioning duck fat wash. So if you're wondering what a fat wash cocktail is, here's what you do. It's actually very simple to do. For example, let's say you wanted to do so duck fat wash. Okay. What the chef will do, or what the bar staff will do, is usually there's probably a duck dish at Gwen, and they'll ask the chef, "Hey, can you give me some of the fat that's rendered off the duck when you're cooking it and put that in a container for me?" So whatever sweats from the duck, they get it, put it in a container. Okay. Then you add your spirit to that container, guys. So whatever it is, and you want the fat to be liquid. So you want to be able to heat up the fat a little bit. It doesn't have to be hot, but just enough so that it's not coagulated and solid, right? You add your spirit to that. Whatever your spirit is. In that case, it was vodka. Jason Yu, who's been on the show, he did a Kingston Negroni for me one time where we used bacon fat and we made a rum Negroni with it. So what you do is you get the fat, put it in a container. I think a Tupperware works great, like a little glass Tupperware. And then you add your spirit to it, whatever that is, and shake it up. Mix it up as much as you can. I know fat and like oil and water don't mix, but yes, you shake it up a little bit, right? Close it up, you let it get to room temperature, and then throw it in the fridge. What's going to happen? the fat is going to rise to the top and separate. Exactly. It's going to rise to the top and separate, and then your spirit is going to be at the bottom, and it's going to, within 24 hours, some places less, some places more, it'll infuse some of the flavor from whatever that fat is. And then it's super simple, guys. Then all you do is cheesecloth is the best way to do it, but you can run it through a strainer, is take it out of the fridge, crack a little hole in the fat, and pour that liquid through a strainer, get rid of any pieces of fat that are there, but there's still the oiliness and the viscosity and the texture of the fat is going to live in that spirit. And that's where you can really have fun and play around with stuff.
You could do that with a lot of ingredients.
And you could do it with coconut oil, too. That's a fat.
But you can do that with... Can't you do that with a lot of ingredients? There's a way to infuse the vodkas with just putting them in for like a month in a thing.
Yeah,
and then
of course.
Freezing it, and then those ingredients freeze while the vodka's infused with the flavor.
Yeah.
You just get the vodka out of it.
I have a home version of like a vacuum seal chamber. So it looks like it looks like a copy machine. And restaurants will have it to like vacuum seal, I don't know, stuff for a sous vide. I know I'm talking all fancy, but I have like a home version of it. And with that vacuum sealer, you can actually infuse liquids. So let's say I get a little tiny mason jar and I put vodka in it. And in that vodka, I put rose petals, juniper berries, and dried prunes. I'm making this up. Whatever. I run a cycle on that vacuum sealer, and instead of a month, in 30 seconds, it infuses all of but how cool is that? Yeah. It infuses all of that flavor, and before you know it, now your vodka has kind of become a gin. Because it's got botanicals in it. It's got flowers in it.
Why not just get a gin, Eddie?
Because I buy cheap Costco vodka right here. And God damn it, and I just wanted to take a sip. But isn't that cool? Like you can get so creative now with the way you do things, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. Like literally, if you're like, "Oh, I'm making bacon this morning," well, shit, save some of the bacon fat. And you take some of your bourbon. Because
I cook everything in it. I always save bacon fat. That everyone should always save their bacon fat.
Just put a little bit to the side.
It's not that bad for you.
Let me tell you.
Cook in it.
Yeah. So one of my favorite restaurants in LA is a Spanish restaurant called Teleferic. There's one in Long Beach. There's two in Northern California. And then there's like 3 in Spain. Anyway, I tried. They have a whiskey sour on the menu. And I was there last week. It is an Iberico ham fat wash whiskey sour.
Oh my God.
It is fucking delicious.
I guess if you have the fat.
It's like,
why not?
Yeah, exactly. It's spectacular. And then they get a piece of Iberico ham and they fry it like bacon and crunch it up and put it as the garnish. And it just
stop.
I know. I was like, okay, you win. Thank you.
I feel bad for the rest of the country that doesn't live here right now.
Dude, but you know what the cool thing? That's a really good way to doctor up maybe let's say somebody gifts you a bottle of whiskey and it's not your favorite. And you're like, what am I going to do with this?
Experiment with it.
Doctor it up.
Do something.
Exactly. Doctor it up. And the thing is, you can use, like I said, things like coconut oil. So if you're vegan, you can do a coconut fat. Let me tell you, a coconut fat wash, like rum cocktail, or even coconut fat wash whiskey tastes so good. So you can even put banana peels. Like I'm giving people ideas. Get some banana peels, do a little coconut fat wash, and do the fat with the banana peels. And all of a sudden, you have a coconut banana infused spirit.
Coconana.
I wish people that walked by could hear you say coconana.
Coconana.
They would be like, oh, bless her heart.
I've been working with the same group of kids for a while, and I've been trying to get them different ways to pay attention. And I saw this on the internet, and so I started doing it. And I started saying like sayings or old songs, and getting them to finish them is how you get their attention now. So I'll be like, who are you going to call? And all the kids will go, Ghostbusters. And then you have their attention. Oh. Now, the next one I'm working on.
You're going to have a kid that's like, Child Protective Services. Right. My mom and my dad don't love me.
You don't want to use right now, wake up in the morning, because they will respond, but we're not allowed to talk about P. Diddy in schools.
Oh.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't talk about that, because then they bring it up like they think they know what they're talking about. They're like, do you know how much baby oil he had? But they're middle schoolers, and most of them don't understand what that was used for.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to avoid that one, but it works to get their attention, and I'm really going old school with them. I'm trying to get them to do Blink-182. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. And they have to respond that way. And I sing it for them now. And today, because it's a regular group of students I've been working with lately. So today I said it randomly, and 2 people said it back. 2 students.
Hey now.
1 girl, 1 guy, and they looked up like they were shocked at themselves. They're like, shit. Like they looked up disappointed in themselves, and they're like, oh my God, because I had sung it so much to them that reflexively these 2 kids looked up and said,
that's so
no, I'm
funny.
so sorry. And I was like, oh. And they were like, no, miss, no. If you guys have any ideas for starters to get kids to respond, please post them.
So
I would love to hear that. I will try all of them, by the way, with no cuss words.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. I was trying to surprise Megan today, but I could not. They sold out. So one of the places I love here in LA is a place called Checker Hall. It's like a infusion of like Mediterranean Lebanese food, great cocktails, and it's in an old Masonic temple. And the space behind Checker Hall is a place called the Lodge Room, where they have live music. I mean, Weezer's played there. It only holds maybe like 200 people. Really small little venue. And I got a text yesterday, or an email yesterday, a day before, that Jack White is performing there tonight.
Oh man, Conan's gonna be there.
And I was like,
Conan O'Brien's like his favorite.
I was like, okay,
right?
I'm gonna try to get 2 tickets to this. I'm gonna fucking surprise Megan. We're gonna record the show, and I'm gonna take her ass to Checker Hall. The website froze, and within 10 seconds, it sold out. I could not get tickets, and I'm not one of those that's like, I'm going to tell Megan I was going to get her tickets even though I wasn't, so she loves me. No, I was trying to get us fucking tickets so we can go.
You also know me, who's like, okay, until it actually happens. Until we're in Napa Valley, I still didn't believe we were going to Napa Valley.
Wait, Megan's like Eeyore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like literally. There was a point during this whole last 4 years that I said, you know what, just don't tell me until we're doing it. I'm telling you, I won't believe you, because that's just how my life goes. I don't like getting excited and then being let down.
Man, but I really thought I'd be able to get tickets because I was in the queue.
You did it again.
I was in the queue. Mind you, I texted you.
You did?
I did. I texted you the link to the tickets.
When?
Like 2 days ago.
No.
I sure did. Anyway, yeah, she's great at responding. I was actually so...
Get a fucking iPhone. I don't think your shit always comes through.
You mean a phone that doesn't... That cracks every...
Yes.
If you stare at Megan's iPhone long enough, it's going to crack.
I have not cracked my iPhone, actual phone, in 7 years, because I always have a case on it. And this was one time I cracked the case, the case
so
one
you
so
cracked
bad
your iPhone.
that it was cutting my finger, so I had to take the lining off.
Oh.
And it was right in between me getting the new lining and taking that one off that was cutting my fingers that I dropped my phone on Sunday. And I was just walking home in the middle of the day.
Oh, I was like, hopefully were you cheering for your Broncos?
No, I was literally walking home early in the middle of the day and dropped my phone and picked it up. And I was like, fuck, the whole thing shattered.
It's so frustrating right now as a Dolphins fan. Even though I can't believe we're 2-3. But guys, if you're football fans, they're my team. I'm gonna watch every game. It is so unwatchable. I'm watching the fucking game, and I wanted to. I felt like I was watching a game from the 1970s, where it's just like defense, and they just run the ball for and I was like, come on, give me something. I have Tyreek Hill on my team. I have Jalen Waddle on my team. I have like 2 of the fastest fucking people in the NFL on my team. Get me something. And it was just like, and how bad are the picking? I love the fact that the Patriots I love the Patriots sucking so bad and Bill Belichick having a young hot girlfriend. It is the funniest dynamic in the world to me. If
he
you
was
don't
wearing
know,
a Taylor Swift, and we're back. He was wearing a Taylor Swift t-shirt in his girlfriend in his picture the other day.
No way.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's in a Taylor Swift era t-shirt.
But I do love the video, and it's like a Ring doorbell video of him sneaking out of his girlfriend's house. Have you seen the video?
No.
It is the funniest fucking thing to see like a 70-something-year-old man at the ass crack of dawn doing like not a walk of shame, because how could it be a walk of shame when, it's...
Why is he hiding?
I don't know.
We all know what you're doing.
I don't know. Maybe this was before people knew. So he's like, and you hear like the the door, and he's like walking out, and he's like fixing his shirt, and it's the funniest thing ever.
That's about. I had to sneak out of my ex's house, but that's because he didn't want his kids to know I was there. So it's different.
I'm dying to see Megan like climb down a vine outside of a.
I'm pissed off, throwing my shit down like it's freezing cold. It's snowing. It's 4 a.m, and I'm having to leave his house so his kids don't wake up and find me in the guest room in the basement after dating for 4 years.
Maybe a girl asking you if you love Jesus in your apartment is better. I think it is much better than having to deal with that shit.
Also, Greeley was dry. I don't know if I ever told you that. Greeley was dry. It was like a dry county until like the 70s. Alcohol was not allowed. So they came up with a new town right on the outskirts called Garden City.
And then all of a sudden, all the property right on adjacent to it, like,
City.
shut up.
Yeah, right. Nothing there's ever shot up.
Fair.
It's like $2.
I was just being nice. They're like, will you please live here?
Garden City was born because then people would go to Garden City right in the outskirts and they would be able to drink. Eventually, Greeley let alcohol come back. But then when weed started coming legal, of course, Greeley was on the fuck you. We're never going to have weed be legal, even if the state says so. And Garden City, rightful to its name, started selling weed really quickly.
That's fucking hilarious.
So,
did you watch the Menendez brothers show on Netflix?
I still haven't finished because I fell asleep.
Oh.
Remember we talked about
we
just talked about you and I when I was like Netflix only asks me if I'm still watching in the middle of the day, but when it's 3 a.m, 4 a.m, Netflix continues to play.
Yeah,
it does not ask me anymore.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know why. Why does Netflix do that? I
Kim Kardashian's gonna get him off.
Both ways, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I was watching. It was just really. I thought the actors were really good. I thought the two guys that play the brothers, they're excellent. They're great. And then yeah, I think the lady who plays the defense attorney with the curly,
she's really good.
big curly fro.
I thought she was good.
Yeah, I thought she's really good too.
I watched old videos of her because I was really interested to see, and I thought
the dynamic of how the actors played
and
it.
And
yeah,
they fired Robert Shapiro, didn't they? Or who did they have? They had an O.J. Simpson lawyer.
I think it was Shapiro, right? Because the guy came in and playing as Shapiro. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
They fired him and hired her, thinking that she would get them a better deal.
Yeah, and then they were like, we gotta get Cochran. Remember they were talking about Johnny Cochran?
Yeah.
And then we need a catchphrase. You know, the glove. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. They needed
we
like
need a Cochran, and we need a catchphrase.
Yeah,
I want that on my.
It'd be funny if he was actually just asking for a cock ring.
Oh.
While he was in prison, as opposed to Johnny Cochran.
Is there a porn star named Johnny Cochran?
There should be.
There is somewhere.
There has to be. Hey, ChatGPT, is there a porn star named Johnny Cochran? Hold on, I'm going to ask. You talk. Hold on, I'm going to find out.
Full circle.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT if there's a porn star named Johnny
Cochran.
Let's see. ChatGPT.
And Robert Shihiro.
Is there a... We're really making the best out of this. Porn star named Johnny...
Cochran.
Cochran. Let's see. All right, let me know, ChatGPT. There doesn't appear to be a well-known, notable adult film star by the name of Johnny Cochran. However, it is possible there could be a lesser-known independent performer.
It is possible. Thank you.
Or even a parody name used in a humorous context. Parody porn.
We did it. We nailed it. We take it.
Yeah. I love the explanation. Many adult film stars use creative or provocative stage names.
Thank you, ChatGPT. See, that's when someone who isn't good at stuff would take that and be like, "Did you know?" And people like us have to fish that shit out because we're aware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But someone would report that to somebody thinking like this is big news. No,
it's not. It's not big news.
Do you know people do that? Yeah.
No,
Johnny. I just did that. Johnny Cochran.
Yeah,
I'm stapling. It's a I'm gonna start a whole account. A fake guy, a Chat GPT guy.
I like
Johnny
it.
Cochran.
I like it. You just ask him to give you.
Did they come up with the Menendez slogan?
I forgot what it was. He did say one on the show that but again, who knows if it was just something that was written into the script.
We ain't no offenders. We the Menendez.
Yeah, that's right.
We ain't no. Murder.
I literally just watched that show for Javier Bardem because I love him.
Brothers.
I think he's like one of the fucking greatest actors of our time.
Oh yeah, and the wife was on that Mormon
Chloe
show.
Sevigny.
Yes, I like her a lot too.
She's great. It was like
she can be really hateable, and she can be also really like.
She's
likable.
So good.
Yeah.
She's so fucking great. But anyway, I thought it was interesting, and then of course they're in prison. Like I'm like, how the fuck did you watch it in prison, dude? Like I don't understand how they can be in prison bitching about it. Mind you,
they have TVs.
Netflix.
I've been watching the worst prisoners in the United States. That's what I've been watching.
Their contraband cell phone plan that they have shoved up their ass comes with free Netflix, and they're like, "Hold on, guys,
hold on." Yeah. They have free Netflix with it. I've been watching Worst Prisoners in the United States.
Enlighten me.
Though it's the ones that already commit horrific crimes, but then go into prison and do them more because that's just all that they know. They're just like, I'm in here for life. I'm gonna make the best or the worst of it, and so they go after people. And there's some really bad people, and God. They're all in a little town, pretty much on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, where my parents live, and I had no idea where I grew up. That prison, the max prison in the United States, this is where you don't want to end up, where terrorists end up if they didn't go get shipped somewhere. They end up here in this prison in Colorado.
That's great. What's his name? Hold on. L.A. Strangler. What was his fucking name? Something Rodriguez. Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
So, I'm on Instagram the other day, and it pops up imagine you're on Love Connection or the dating game with the Night Stalker.
He was on that.
And I was like, holy shit. I'd never seen that clip before. No, I had no idea.
I knew that. Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. And he's charming as shit.
He's super charming.
Yeah.
And he terrified this state for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
One of the prisoners...
Richard Ramirez, maybe. Not Robert Ramirez. Richard Ramirez, I think
is his name. There's one prisoner that they show... Oh, gosh. And I looked it up because this is what the guy on the show said. You don't ever want to see those pictures. I would recommend not watching and seeing those pictures. And, of course, Of course, Googled
Megan, the first thing she's going to do and then traumatize herself.
He was already in prison for life, and they put him with a cellmate. And the cellmate was actually, had been in prison for 30 years, about to get out. He was about to get out.
Oh, no.
And this guy just fucking, with just a razor blade, just tears this dude to shreds, decapitates him.
Oh, my goodness.
Takes his lung out while he's still alive, makes necklaces out of body parts, and they come in, and the entire cell in the morning is covered in blood writing on the wall, and the head is off the body. The body's just slumped over and the head's on the bed, and he's just sitting there laughing in the back with a necklace of body parts.
Can you just drink some more white girl tequila? We need to get the white conversation back. We need more Taylor Swift.
This is white. This 90%.
That's right. Murder porn is very white.
Murder porn. 90% of us look like this. And I looked it up, and it is fucking gruesome.
Oh my God! So yesterday I'm at the bar, and tell me, I don't know if this happened to you yet. I'm at the bar, and then the music, music comes on, and this bar has great fucking music. And then all of a sudden, it's bad, 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 bad boy. You make me feel so good. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh my God, wait. Oh God damn it, Diddy. Fuck. Yeah. I was like, is it okay to like this song? And then the next one. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more money. I mean, yeah, he's in it.
So many songs are ruined. Songs.
He ruined so many Biggie songs. Mm-hmm. He's in every fucking Biggie song.
Oh, was Biggie that great of a person?
I don't know.
You're like, I didn't know him.
I don't know.
I wasn't there.
I don't know.
He got shot.
He got shot. He got shot, but there's definitely nobody's talking about, because at the end they weren't as rich, and Diddy wasn't as rich back then. Diddy became a mogul after. Bad Boy Records and all that stuff. I did see the best fucking meme ever, and it was the front facade of Bad Boy Records, and it was covered with the Spirit of Halloween banner. And I was like, that is the greatest.
Saturday Night Live just made fun of that.
They did a funny sketch about Spirit of Halloween.
Yeah, we come to all your cities where all of your JCPenney's or Kmart's have shut down, and we take over the space.
Can I tell you how much I love Bowen Yang?
And then we leave.
I love Bowen Yang and him playing Mudang playing the little hippo on SNL, that little fucking viral hippo, and he comes on Weekend Update as the hippo. It's the funniest shit ever.
Haven't seen it. I've got to just see it.
Do you know who Mudang is? The little hippo?
Nope.
Really? Oh, well, get ready for our whole dinner conversation. I'm going to show you videos of this little hippo.
Sick.
I don't know if it's a he or she.
Time to go home.
The little hippo's name is Mudang.
But I hope you have a lot of fun at Meteora.
Okay, fine. No Meteora for Megan. Yeah, right. All of a sudden, she's like...
Hippo. The hippo was the thing that really turned me off to it. Sorry.
You don't like hippos?
No,
They're cute.
I was joking. I don't care.
Hippos are cute.
Because I'm hungry. I'll care when I eat.
Eat your fucking Fanta tequila.
It's Fantamigos, my friend.
Amigos. That is so fucking vile. But I have a feeling somebody's going to listen to this shit and make a Fantamigos.
That is me. A Fanta Megan.
No, you know what? I don't want them to make any more money. So just don't fucking use
Fantamigos, guys. And tag me when you make it.
I don't even remember.
Both.
I don't remember how that bottle got into my... Like, I think somebody came to my house and brought a bottle of Casamigos. And I'm like, okay.
Fantamigos.
And then, yeah, Fantamigos.
Don't you want to Fanta? Fantamigos.
What's funny is my friend's cousin was one of the Fanta girls in the early 2000s. And I was like, wow, your cousin is very attractive. Bravo, my friend. And
they didn't ask me.
Did you audition?
Oh.
How old were you in the early 2000s? Let's be real.
So, sixth grade.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to work. I don't think that was going to work.
Someone would have thought I was cute, but maybe, they belong in jail.
Maybe in Thailand. Yeah, maybe in Thailand that would have worked. I don't think that would have worked. I actually want to give a shout out, speaking of Thailand, to the Wolves Bar here in downtown LA because they are actually popping up in Thailand, doing a little bar takeover. So a shout out to Isaac and Nate and Jason, those guys there. I love supporting good people in the bar industry out here that are just doing the right fucking thing. As much as I love a dirtbag bar, I love a good real deal bar.
It says Wi-Fi. We were debating earlier if this place had Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah?
It says Wi-Fi.
Where does it say Wi-Fi?
Never mind.
Is that a router?
No, that's what I just was distracted. It says Wi-Fi.
Where I see they have lavalier mics here, which is kind of interesting.
Like, where are you going?
Like, I'm like, yeah, do we need portable mics to walk around with? What are we doing?
This room is what? 10 by 5.
You know what this room is? I think this room is a collection of all of the leftover things from people that have been murdered in the building. And they just say, you know what? They're all like fucking former musicians and stuff. Let's just get all the gear and put it into a room and make us.
That's why I keep getting looks from people. They're like, oh, they're touching our shit.
They're touching our shit.
They're touching the dead guy's shit.
They're touching the dead guy's shit.
It's a 10 by 5 room. I'm surprised it's LA. They're not renting this out to somebody to live in.
Yeah. If this was Miami, they would pitch this as an apartment.
Yeah, this is New York, right?
Yeah. I'd
this
be fine
is bigger than New York.
I'd be fine in here with the windows. They can look in. I don't give a shit. Watch me on the toilet.
I
don't
care.
Care.
Apparently, there's Wi-Fi.
There's speakers.
There's air.
There's really weird lighting.
And a fire alarm.
And that's really kind of
all you
and
need.
A security camera. That's all you need.
That goes to the office, but I mean,
it'd be great if they're listening to us. That would be spectacular. So Megan is hungry, guys. If you are hungry for more episodes of Kill the Bottle podcast, please go back, listen to our archive. If you're new to the show, we've had a lot of fun guests. So I encourage you just play the fucking, I don't know, do it like Wheel of Fortune, like swipe your finger, go, and then land on an episode and listen to it. Chances are you'll find out something ridiculous about us and our lives. So guys, this is the season finale of, I don't fucking remember what's it, season 8. This is the season finale of season 8, but we're going to be back really soon. We have a bunch of fun guests there. We're booking for next season. And you know what? Please rate, review, all of the fun stuff.
I got to get this class out of the way. Let's just be real, too. Like, we're ending. We have 11 episodes, 12 episodes. We're ending the season.
Yeah, we're a little short. I think
we're about average, but we're ending the season.
We do 16.
We've done 10 and 11.
We do 16.
I have to finish these college courses in order to survive out here. So, and I can't do this anymore.
That's okay.
But I want to do it, but I can't do it anymore until I finish these fucking classes.
That's okay. We're gonna help. We're gonna help cure Megan.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much. Thanks for spending a little time with us here.
Maybe early December. We're hoping to be right back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna start recording sooner than later, and then have stuff back on before the end of the year.
Yes.
But
so you guys have something to listen to when you're with your families. And not wanting to listen to
please,
anybody.
dude. Yeah, you know what? Let's and
so
who
give
knows?
us our break so we can get back to you.
We may surprise you. Don't check back often because there is a little bonus episode that I recorded over the summer that we may be dropping before the end of before we come back. So stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna go and take Megan to get some Meteora. You like that?
Yeah. Rate to the T.
Yes, please rate with a T.
Email us.
Yeah, kill the bottle podcast at gmail.com. Attention Eddie, because Megan doesn't care, or just DM us on his bullshit. DM me.
DM
me on Instagram
him.
because I'm the one who posts anything on that fucking Kill the Bottle podcast Instagram. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.